huge. It. I don't know. Let's put it this way. I don't know if I would ascribe the word culture to it. Popular, the popular impact of the show,
Pop culture.
huge, huge. Cannot be overestimated. Changed the look of television, changed the rhythm of television. That's all Michael Mann, who still, and Tony Yerkovich wrote a great script, but the wet down streets and the pink glow and all that stuff, that was Michael. I mean, he is, as a director, I think he is the American director who puts the most in the frame of any working director. I mean, you look at some of his films and the visuals are astounding. And I don't even think Michael would cavil with this. It's the reason I was brought into Miami Vice, and it's the reason that he does make certain types of movies. He is much more concerned as a filmmaker with the visualization of ideas than necessarily telling a linear story. And that's a choice. It's worked, it works extraordinarily well in some of his films and not extraordinarily well in others. But visually, I mean, you look at the original Manhunter, which was, the precursor of Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal, and it is, the guy in the wheelchair on fire and all those scenes, the tiger scene where the blind girl is stroking the anesthetized tiger, that's like, where did that come from? And Michael does that superbly. So the show, he hooked into something, and there were a lot of people involved with that. Guzmano, who is his visual consultant, I think was the credit, came up with a lot of the look of that. And then you had exactly the right guys in the role. Don Johnson, everybody now conveniently forgets, had made 7 failed pilots. He was like, whatever, he was Nielsen poison. Nobody wanted him for anything. Philip Michael Thomas came out of nowhere. And that show, again, the Too Short Trigger, what everybody also forgets is that the show was a flop the first season. It took off the first summer in reruns because it was Friday at 10. It was, not a great time slot. Wasn't working. Should have been canceled. But it was MTV Cops, and it was, Brandon thought the show would work, and lo and behold, after a full season, the summer numbers were really strong.